number of people who have joined in. So let me begin the session. Again, a very good evening to all of you who are joining from India. A very good morning to those who are joining us from US, and a very good afternoon to people who are joining in from the Europe region. So Ayush, I see a question with you. So let me just check the questions. Okay, thank you. All right, so is there anybody in this group who are already aware of Salesforce or any other technology? Okay, you can use the hand to raise the hand to respond to my questions. So how many of you are purely from a non-technical background? Mohit, I see Mohit, I see Paresh. So I see Pooja. Can I assume that all the rest of all are from a technology background? Guys, I have unmuted you all. Please feel free to unmute your mic and speak. Okay, so
hello, Venkatesh.
No, it is just Venkat. Pooja. Tell me.
Okay, Venkat. Good evening. I'm
Good
from
evening.
technical background. I have done PG DAC also.
What is that?
CDAC.
Okay.
For development.
Okay.
And after that, after a long break of 4 to 5 years, I'm trying to rejoin the IT sector. So I've gone for Salesforce.
Okay.
And I'm pursuing a Salesforce admin as well as developer at Intellipaat.
Okay.
So I know the little technical things. I'm aware of technical things, but I'm not that much of strong enough in programming.
No, that is fine. You will obviously, at the end of the session, you will become one like that. So no issues on that, Pooja.
Thank you.
So this is more like an introductory program about what do we teach in Intellipaat, and then what you can do as a part of what you can do after the course completion at Intellipaat will be taken over by the Intellipaat sales team. But I am from the technology side. I do a lot of Salesforce admin and app builder trainings for Intellipaat. So, what is Salesforce? Can someone tell me what is Salesforce? You guys are already there. When you guys have joined for this demo session, probably you should have some kind of an idea behind what is this what is the Salesforce for?
Salesforce is an organization.
Okay.
Which deals with many of products. It deals with cloud, all the thing in cloud, and the main thing we do in Salesforce is as Gmail works. It works as the same way that we should have the internet connection and the Salesforce login credentials, and we can work from anywhere.
Okay, good, fantastic. Yeah, go ahead, Pooja. You are saying something else.
Nothing. It's just a rough definition.
That's fine. Anybody else who wants to share their idea about CRM? You can unmute yourself. If you are not able to unmute, I'll try unmuting you. Let me know. So first of all, Salesforce comes under the category of CRM software. Okay, CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management. Okay. And Chandramouli, do you have any question? I have unmuted you. You can talk. All right. So Salesforce falls under the class of softwares that comes under customer relationship management. Now, Salesforce does a lot of other things beyond customer relationship management. But why we are calling Salesforce as a CRM tool, and how did this name CRM had come into the picture? Okay, so the reason that I'm giving you right now, okay, is because of the situation that existed around 1990 time frame. Okay, I am talking about the situation that existed around 1990 time frame. So during those days, if I have to discuss about any problem about a product that I have purchased or a service that I have purchased, the only way that I would be able to get hold of the details is dialing a 1-800 number. So 1-800, and there may be multiple other numbers, but this is the only way. This is the only way that you used to call up. So when you call up a 1-800 number, during those days, the technology stack I'm talking about is not so vast. Okay. And it's not one technology that used to cater to multiple things. There are specialized technologies that used to take care of other things. So if you want to know about your details, the customer, when you call up the 1-800 number, the call center representative, whoever answers your question, used to take your details, and then based on your details, they used to get one unique identification number that is there with them. Using that unique identification number, they used to get into their customer inventory, and then in that asset inventory, they used to pull out your product details, and based on the product ID that is there, which is tagged to you, they used to look at the warranty details in a different warranty system, and then they used to give you the details of whatever that they are there. So on an average, every call used to take at least 6 to 10 minutes. Every call used to take around 6 to 10 minutes. So if anybody are joining me from US and were there around 90 and 93 kind of a 90-95 kind of a time frame, you can understand this, what I'm trying to tell. Okay. And then looking at all this, there was a gentleman by name Thomas Siebel. He was a director in Oracle Corporation. And what he did was he came up with a software, and he termed that software as CRM, Customer Relationship Management. And then he put in the proposal that let's go ahead and develop this customer relationship management. But for some reason, Larry Ellison negated the proposal, and that never materialized in Oracle. So Thomas Siebel has quit his position in Oracle. He came out and he started a company of his own, which is known as Siebel Software Systems. Okay, so he started this software firm called Siebel Software Systems, and he launched the first ever customer relationship management software. He launched the first ever customer relationship management software that used to interact with multiple technologies seamlessly, and used to fetch the data from multiple systems and present that entire data to the call center representative in one single window. And that was revolutionary during that time, and that increased the working style of that helped a lot in the working style of the call center representatives. And also it has brought in revolution in terms of productivity of the call center representatives. During those days, a call center representative productivity means the number of calls that used to close in 1 hour is his productivity. So earlier, without Siebel, he used to close in, if we take on an average, each call used to take 6 minutes. In 1 hour, he used to take 10 calls. Now, with the help of Siebel, he used to take the call duration has reduced to an average of 3 minutes. So now, if we look at the rough estimation, his productivity has increased to 16, 17, 18, or sometimes even 20 calls per hour. So in 1 hour, his productivity is almost doubled. Okay, his productivity is almost doubled. Okay, and just an FYI, I am not sharing any PPT. I'm just putting something on my Excel, and I shared that. Okay, so this is just the lecture that I'm giving you. Now, all the organizations understood the functionalities that are there in Siebel, and they started going behind Siebel, and Siebel was an instant hit in the market. And then during this was there from 1993 to 2000, the Siebel ruled the entire CRM space. And then in 2000, it was the dot-com boom at that time. Internet was at its peak, and dot-coms are at a boom in that Silicon Valley space. And that was the time another director of Oracle has quit his role in Oracle. He came out and he floated another company which is very close in functionality to the Siebel, and he called it as Salesforce. They call it as Salesforce.com, or in short, the reason why I wrote it is because earlier it was known as SFDC. It was SFDC. Okay, even old timers in Salesforce call it as SFDC, and all the new people are calling it as Salesforce. But actually, earlier during those early days, it was called as, not even early days, almost in 2010, 2012, it was called as Salesforce.com only. So then later on, the name or the nomenclature of Salesforce has changed, and it came up with Salesforce. Now, what's the big difference between Siebel and why Salesforce is ruling the world? Okay, but first of all, you need to understand what a CRM can do. You need to understand what a CRM can do. All right. Now, I'm going to give you an example. Okay, I'm going to give you an example, and then you tell me the response for that particular example. Okay, listen to the example, and then probably you will be able to answer the questions that I ask you. Let's say you want to order some food. Okay, let's say you want to order some food. Now, I'm not talking about the Swiggies of the world or Zomatos of the world. I am talking about a neighborhood restaurant which does home delivery. So when you call up your neighborhood restaurant, that guy takes in your order. That guy takes in your name, mobile number, and he will take down your address, and he will deliver the food to you. That's for the first time. Now, second time, when you call him, he will again repeat the same process. He will ask your mobile number, he will ask the phone number, sorry, he will ask your name, he will take down your address, and he will get the food delivered to your place. You do it for the third time, again the same thing. Maybe fourth time, it's the same thing, because the person who is picking up your call may not be the same person always. Right. So how many of you have experienced this kind of a situation prior to Swiggy and Zomato time? You may raise your hands. Right. So this is a standard thing. Now let's look at the other side of the picture. Let's look at the other side of the picture. Now, instead of calling your neighborhood restaurant, you called up a delivery of Domino's, or you called up delivery of McDonald's. So as soon as you call them up, they first ask you for your name, they take down your mobile number, they take down your address, and then they take down your pizza order. So they will get it delivered to your home. Now, next time when I call either Domino's or McDonald's, the first thing that they say is, "Hello, Venkat, good evening, how are you?" So first thing that they do is they'll identify you with your name. And the second thing that they would ask you, either from Domino's or McDonald's, is, how was your experience with these particular things that you have ordered last time? Okay. And then would you like to repeat your order? So that would be the first question that they will, that is the first question that they will ask you. Now, how is this different from the earlier scenario? The difference over here is that your McDonald's and the Domino's are maintaining a CRM application. And per se, if you look at McDonald's, they are actually running a Salesforce application. Okay, McDonald's is working on Salesforce. Okay, for the customer thing. And for your information, again, the same kind of an attitude of the call center representatives, you will find it in Amazon also. And Amazon is also using the Salesforce over there. And there are many other companies. I've just taken these two because a lot of people, a lot of you guys would be interacting with it. So Salesforce helps you, or rather a CRM application helps you keep track of your customers, helps you keep track of their interests, helps you keep track of their likes, helps you keep track of their dislikes. Okay. And whatever the interactions that you had with the call center representative, whatever the interactions that you had earlier, all of them will be maintained by the CRM application. Now, any CRM application will do that. But what is the differentiator, or what is the USP of Salesforce? What is the USP of Salesforce? The USP of Salesforce is, if you are already a customer, okay, if you are already a customer, managing an existing customer and maintaining all his details, having interactions with him or her, and then ensuring that their requirements are properly taken care of is good. But you just cannot survive. You just cannot survive with your existing customers only. You cannot survive with your existing customers only. You need to acquire new customers. You need to acquire new customers. So for that, people should know that you have an organization, and this organization is having so many products, and these products are of this particular type, and they are available at this particular price. So the people should be made aware of your product. And to make them aware of your product, you need to run a lot of campaigns. Or in other words, you need to run a lot of advertisements, which are targeted advertisements. Okay, which are targeted advertisements. All right. Now, how do you do that? For that, Salesforce provides you with an application called marketing. So marketing will help you manage your campaigns, manage your advertisements, type of campaigns. Advertisement can be of hoardings, or it may be or in other words, you call them as billboards, or advertisements can be on radio as jingles. They can be TV as TV commercials, or in movies as in-movie advertisements, all these things. So for that, you need to have funding. So how much fund is required for that? What is the budget that is discussed? How much money you are spending? What is the actual versus spent? And then because of this spending, how much return you got in terms of the new opportunities. All that will be managed in your marketing app. Now, once the marketing app takes care of campaigns, definitely people will look at those advertisements and other things, and they would be reaching out for the product. And those people who are interested in your products are called leads. So the end result of any marketing campaign is to generate leads. So once you generate the leads will be picked up by the sales team. So for helping the sales team, Salesforce offers you another application called Sales. So sales application will help the sales people to convert the lead into an opportunity and then close that opportunity so that the company can generate revenues. Now, once a person or once a customer buys a particular product or a service, they may have different issues. They may have multiple issues with that product. If there is anything wrong with the product, or they may have some trouble operating that product, so there might be an issue there. So how do they reach out to you? They have to reach out to your service centers. So Salesforce also provides another application called Service. So now once sales, service, and marketing are given to you, okay, so marketing gets you the leads, sales will close the leads, and service will ensure that whoever are the customers, if at all they have any problems, those problems are well taken care of. Okay, so this is the first application that had come up with these three offerings. Now, this is the USP for Salesforce. And also the pricing is very, very competitive. So a lot of people are tending towards getting a license for Salesforce. That is another interesting fact about Salesforce. Now, you as a person, what should you learn? So you're not going to learn any marketing, you're not going to learn any sales or service. That is for the functional people. You're all technical people, or you're all from a technology background and you want to get into the technology. So what is that you're going to learn? So whether it is marketing, sales, or service, or whether it is anything, it doesn't really, don't need to bother about it. There are two things that you need to understand. Now, in our example, I've taken two organizations. One is McDonald's and the other one is Amazon. So both of them are dealing with customers. So, but the way Amazon deals with the customer versus the way McDonald's deals with the customers is a little different. So the way McDonald's does the sale versus the way Amazon does the sale is little different. Okay, the way McDonald's provides you the service, okay, and the way Amazon provides the service is a little different. Okay, so the way the organization works, Salesforce has got one way of doing business, and then the companies which buy Salesforce has got a different way of doing the business. So now what you need to do is, you as an admin or you as a developer needs to ensure that Salesforce fits into the customer's shoes. So you can do it either by configuration or by customization. You can do it either by configuration or customization. So what is difference between configuration and customization? So when I say configuration, configuration is an activity, okay? Configuration is an activity to perform the modifications without code. So whatever the requirements that you have, okay, whatever the requirements that you have, you can achieve them in a declarative manner, or in other words, you can modify the application, or you can alter the application to meet the customer requirements by doing activities without writing a piece of code, and that falls under configuration. Now there will be certain activities, okay, which we cannot literally do, without writing the code. Okay, we cannot literally do it. So we will be writing Apex code. And this Apex code is the one which will help you in doing the customization. So this is where in this you will have the coding part, whereas this is without code. Okay, almost like zero code is what you can say. Okay, so you will be doing configuration and customization. So what are the courses that you have for configuration? So for configuration, we will be doing admin and app builder course. So admin is administering Salesforce application. It is not like your regular network admin or database admin. It is a little different. This has a flavor of development as well as a flavor of administration, both stitched into one. Whereas app builder is a person who builds the applications without writing even a single line of code. Okay, where there is very thin line that is separating admin jobs versus the app builder jobs. So it is, or in other words, if I have to make you understand, admin is a superset, whereas app builder is a piece of that admin. So when I say admin and app builder, you will learn both the worlds, and then you will be able to give two certifications. One is ADM 201 and the other one is Platform App Builder. Okay, these are the two certifications that you can give. And the next one is, the next course is Platform Developer. Okay, and if you complete this program, you will be able to give Platform Developer one certification. So there are two certifications. One is Platform Developer 1 and the other one is Platform Developer 2. This Platform Developer 2 is something that you can only write after getting into a job and at least having 6 months of experience on the job. only then you will be able to give the exam. Otherwise, it is a little tough. But once you complete the training, you will be equipped. Enough equipment will be given to you, or enough padding will be given to you, so that you will be able to clear Admin 201, Platform App Builder, and Platform Developer 1 certifications. All these three things will be given to you. All right. So that's about the Salesforce and the Salesforce courses. I'll leave the floor open for questions. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
Hi, this is Chandramouli here. Could you hear my voice?
I can hear you, Chandramouli.
Yeah. Actually, I know basics of Salesforce and other technology like cloud computing and all. So, is it possible without admin and app builder? Shall I go directly to platform developer course? Is it possible?
When you say the, like, how, where is admin, where are admin screens, where are
Yeah.
the, all that stuff, admin stuff.
Basics I know, not in detail. Basically,
Yeah,
I just to go over and all. Yeah.
correct. So if you have to do the development, Chandra, you need to understand whether that particular task can be achieved through the admin configuration activity, or should we do a customization for that, is what you need to understand. And you will be able to take hold of kind of an understanding, or you will be able to get that level of knowledge only when you do this admin course. Okay, admin app builder course.
Okay.
Okay, it's not that I'm trying to sell admin app builder course to you, but like in the admin app builder course, you will get to know the entire Salesforce ecosystem. Okay, once you know about the Salesforce ecosystem, you will be able to perform the platform development or write the programs in a much more easier manner. Okay, if you have a thorough understanding of the Salesforce as an application, and which you will be getting only when you are doing the admin and app. But if you tell
Okay.
me, yes, I am confident on navigating the Salesforce application, though I don't know in detail about what is behind that, but I know the navigation, I know the entities in Salesforce, I know the components that are available in Salesforce, then fine, you're most welcome to take up only the platform developer course. So an admin 201 is definitely not a prerequisite for you to be a platform developer. But knowing admin and app builder will help you appreciate the platform development much more in a better way.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
All right. Any other
Yeah.
questions,
Thank
guys?
you. Thank you. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Ayush,
Sorry. Yes,
yeah, there's one question from
Chandra. Yeah. Please. Yeah. Sure. Okay.
just give me 1 minute, Chandra. I'll come to you. So there's a question from Ayush, what's better career choice between Salesforce Marketing Cloud and Salesforce Developer? Okay. So it depends on the place where you are, Ayush. If you are in US, okay, if you are in US or UK, or if you're in US and UK, the number of job opportunities on Salesforce Developer are more. If you are in Australia, the Salesforce Marketing Cloud is pretty much in boom over there. So, but again, if you have to get into Salesforce Marketing Cloud, you need to have a mandatory ADM 201 certification. Okay, and again, in the Salesforce Marketing Cloud, you have Salesforce Marketing Developer that requires a little bit of Apex knowledge. So that's something that you need to consider. All right, Chandra, over to you, please.
Actually, I am the mainframe resource. Actually, hey, I would like to reskilling into the Salesforce, and I want to go to the latest technology. So after I complete the Salesforce training and certification, so could I go easily to the Salesforce area?
You should be able to, Chandra, because most of the backend, what is happening is the Salesforce data is there in a cloud database, but most of the times what is happening is using MuleSoft as MuleSoft is an integration software. So using that, a lot of organizations are writing a wrapper on top of the mainframe database. They are picking up the data from the mainframe databases and they are using that as an input or as a source for their Salesforce application. Most of the customer data, like let's say if you take up organizations like the Toledo Edison or any electric companies in US, most of their data is already there on mainframes only. And if you have to get that entire data into Oracle databases itself, will take years together. So they don't want to risk that entire data to be moved. Instead of that, they are writing wrappers or they are writing an application on top of the mainframe databases, and then they are using that mainframe database data in Salesforce. So definitely you having knowledge about the mainframe as an application and how do we interact with the mainframe database and then Salesforce, and then there you should have you need to put a little bit more effort to understand how do you relate Salesforce with mainframe, how do you link up that integration activity, then you will be very much in demand, Chandra.
Okay, thank you.
Paresh, if you are looking for job opportunities for Salesforce administrator as a fresher, probably I will be a little, I will play the bad cop over here. It would be very, very less. But if you are going in yourself, presenting yourself as a Salesforce developer, and if you say that I'm certified Salesforce developer with no knowledge of Salesforce implementations and other things, I'm still a fresher, I learned it. There are companies that are going to offer you a salary package of 3 to 4 lakhs and they are ready to take freshers. So for developers, the job opportunity is very good in India, but not for an admin. Okay, if you ask this question stating that you're either in US or in Canada, then probably my answer would have been different. But if you're in India, my answer is what I've given you. But you have, maybe your chances are 15 to 20% of finding a job if you're in either US or in Canada. But in India, it's almost close to 1 to 2%. That's it.
The same problem is with me. I want a job opportunity as a Salesforce admin.
Okay, and where are you based out of, Pooja?
I'm in India, Maharashtra.
Yeah, you're in India, Maharashtra. That is a problem, Pooja. So getting a Salesforce administrator job is very difficult in India, Pooja. So you
Oh my
should
God.
get a developer role.
Actually, I want a job in IT, but little bit close to development and a little bit non-technical. So I choose admin. And if there are not, if there are only one person, then it's too bad for me.
Correct. Because see, the reason why I'm telling that in India is because most of the companies that are implementing Salesforce are out of India. Okay, in India, people will execute the Salesforce projects for them, Pooja. So that is the reason why there are tons and tons and tons of developer job roles in India.
Then what should I do? Well, I should go for the developer certification or for the admin certification.
No, do the admin certification and then do the developer certification, and then project yourself as a person who, see, you have done a course in CDAC, and I
Yep.
know if you are if from Maharashtra, Pune, Maharashtra, then I assume that you might have done it from CDAC Pune.
Yeah, CDEC, main branch.
Yeah. CDAC, which branch you said?
CDEC Tax, Pune.
Yeah, CDAC Pune. And CDAC Pune is a fantastic place to learn the things. They'll grind you like anything, because I specifically hire people from CDAC Pune. The people who get trained in iOS and Android and Java technologies, I hire them for my company. When I say I represent a company, I hire from CDAC Pune. So being a product of CDAC Pune, you should not speak like this, Pooja.
Actually, there I have done a job as a quality analyst, and after too many years of gap, like 5 years. So I
5 years, 5 years is a very small gap. So these days, people are not considering 5 years as a gap, because you can, because a lot of companies are looking for women candidates. And if you say that I've taken this gap for family reasons like kids and others, then definitely they are accepting that 5 year break, because I am from the industry. I do this myself. So if I find a candidate, but I'm not going to offer them a salary, like you already did a quality analyst job for 2 years, and then you have taken a break for 5 years, and then you're appearing again for my interview. I am not going to consider you as a 7 year experienced person. I'm going to consider you as only a 2 years experienced person. I will ask you the questions at a 2 year level person, and then I'm going to offer you a salary at a 2 year level person only.
Yep.
Whether you've taken a 5 year break or a 4 year break, I don't consider that. Most of the IT companies are not considering that right now.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions, guys? All right. If you don't have any questions, I would like to hand this over to the Intellipaat salesperson. Is this Pushkar?
Yeah, it is.
Hey, Pushkar, over to you, please. I will be muting myself. I am stopping my screen share. Take over the control, please.
Okay, okay, great. So, first of all, good evening, everyone, and thank you, Venkat, for that amazing session. And I'll be sharing my screen by now, and I'll give you a quick overview as in what all the features that we are providing from Intellipaat end. Yeah, guys, give me a minute. Actually, there's some issues happening over here with the system. Okay, just give me a minute. I'll share. Okay, so is the screen visible? First of all,
Yes.
okay, okay, wait. Excuse me. Yeah. So see, this is as Venkat told that currently in Indian market right now, the developer segment is booming, and for that, as he told, that having an idea of administrator and app builder will obviously benefit you guys if you're going ahead with those training, right? So if I talk about this course that we are providing, so we also call it as Salesforce Masters because we will be starting from the very basic. We'll be starting from the administration, then we'll be moving ahead with app builder, and we are also going to cover platform developer as well. Okay. And if we talk about the highlights, right? So in total, as in to cover the whole particular content, will take somewhere around 70 hours. And the pace that we move ahead with will be somewhere around 6 hours per week because the batches are designed in such a manner that it should not coincide with anybody's working hours, right? So that's why there are two options for batches. The very first one is the weekend batches, as in that one. Batches happen on Saturday and Sunday. Timings will be 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. each. 3 hours on Saturday, 3 hours on Sunday, 6 hours per week will be covering. And with that pace itself, it requires somewhere approx 3 months of your time to complete the whole particular training. Okay. Along with this, you'll also be having around 40 hours of self-paced videos. Now, these are going to be completely pre-recorded videos that you guys can go through at your own pace for your own references if you guys are wishing for that. Along with it, we are even going to provide you industry-based live projects, right? And case studies and exercises will be given after finishing each particular module. So on that, on an average, you'll be spending around 80 hours. Now, these 80 hours are average hours. So it depends on your own pace. So if you're pretty fast with it, you can finish them up a bit quicker as well, and the vice versa as well. Coming to the certification, so after you're done with the whole particular training, you'll be having an MCQ-based examination, and if you score an aggregate of around 60%, we'll be awarding you with a certification from our end itself. The certifications that we provide, these will be valid completely, like for lifetime as well as worldwide. As Ankit told, we are not only constructed to India right now, we are working in 18 plus countries currently. Coming to the job assistance end, so yes, we are going to completely assist you guys for job assistance as well. It's a three-part procedure how we proceed with it. In the very first one, we are going to assign you a team. They'll be helping you out to build your LinkedIn profile and your resume as a Salesforce professional. In the next step, they're going to take your mock interviews, so that you're having a basic idea how the real life interviews are going to be like. And finally, they're going to update your profile onto our own job portal. Now, we are all having a separate job portal specifically for our own learners. That is jobs.intellipaat.com. And through there itself, we are going to stretch you guys with a good amount of job opportunities as well. Coming to two more features, that is flexibility of scheduling and lifetime free upgradation. Now, these are also very crucial points because according to lifetime free upgradation, basically, whenever an update drops into the market regarding Salesforce, okay, so around that point of time, we are not going to ask any of you guys to go ahead and buy your new particular courses with the updated curriculum. What we'll be doing is that we'll be simply updating our own course and curriculum according to the whatever update has been dropped in the market, and you guys will be having the free access to it for lifetime. That is the thing. Along with it, you'll be having flexibility of scheduling as well. So according to like you'll be having flexibility of scheduling as well. Now, being very realistic, it's a 3 month of dedication that we are asking from you guys for every particular month, right? So there might be some scenarios where because of any personal reason you're not able to attend some classes, right? So if there's only one particular session, what we can do simply is that we can provide you the whole class recording onto your LMS within next 24 hours without any issue. Okay. But in if I take worst to worst case scenarios, okay, if I take for example, somewhere like if you have missed 2 weeks or 3 weeks of classes, right? So obviously, since you have paid for the live training batches, going ahead with these kind of so many recorded videos won't be such of a thing that will be preferred, right? So what can simply be done is that you can simply write us a mail. We can pull you out from that batch and we can insert you into the batch which is going on 2 or 3 weeks behind you, so that you can actually resume at the exact same point where you left off, and you won't be wasting any of your time. You won't be missing out on any topic as well. Okay. As you can see that we start with batches very frequently. Okay. And as you can see that we start with batches very frequently, and that is just so that we can keep the student count to a minimum as well as to like support the flexibility of the scheduling batch that we provide. Along with it, obviously, you guys will be having 24 into 7 lifetime support and access. So whenever you feel like you're having a doubt and any kind of query, you can simply connect to a technical support team. We'll be assigning you one. Okay. When the moment you feel like you're having a doubt, whether it be Saturday, Sunday, holidays, anytime, you can simply connect to them. They'll be getting back to you with a proper solution to your problem as soon as possible. So that is basically regarding it. And regarding the pricing, so you can see on the website, the price for this 3 month training is mentioned as 38,019 rupees. Okay, there'll be extra 18% GST as well added onto it as per the government norms. If I include the GST part, the price will shoot up to 44,000 rupees, somewhere around 44,000 rupees. Now, what we can do is that since you guys have taken out your time and came to this particular webinar, I can even help you out with some discounts. So there are some on-spot registration discounts going on currently that we are providing. Okay, so for that, I can provide you guys up to 40% of a discount, flat 40% of a discount we guys can provide. So that is a thing. And for that, you can just simply use a coupon code that is BDIOL40, or else these are my details. You guys can note it down or take a screenshot. You can get back to me on my number. This is my WhatsApp number. That is my email ID. You guys can revert back to me at any place, and I'll help you guys with the discounted price and the discount code and everything. If there's any particular doubt or query that you're having till now, please go ahead. I'll love to answer them.
Hi.
Pooja, please go ahead.
Yeah, it's Pooja. I was going through my admin session and I was performing assignment. I'm having some kind of difficulties, and I wrote to support regarding that. So they mailed me as the student have to do on their own, and they'll resolve some. But in previous mail, I have received that if I'm having any kind of difficulty, they'll take the session. So
Okay.
what is
Okay.
the
So, like, first of all, what kind of issue are you having? Can you let
in
me
the
know, Pooja?
assignment, I'm having assignment regarding my admin thing, and I'm facing it in the security level. So I'm not understanding the question properly. So I have to connect with my instructor.
Okay, okay, I understand. So, regarding that,
One
what can be, yeah, yeah, what can be
one
done is that, yeah, please go ahead, please go ahead.
One more thing. I was solving the quiz at LMS, and accidentally I just accidentally escaped the quiz, and it just submitted. And I was unable to do another three questions. I have only solved the two questions. So, what is the scenario? Whether it is going to count on my Intellipaat certification?
No, see, it is not going to be directly like that, but if you guys want, I can let my team know and they can resend you the same particular questions and you can perform on it. Okay, that's not an issue at all. And regarding it, the aggregate score is being counted. It's not like this particular one can like lay down such a big effect onto it. If you're performing your project works and the rest of the things nicely, you can proceed with it easily. And regarding the first issue that you're having some issue with the support, I am having your details. Okay, your email ID is bapooja29@gmail.com, right?
Yeah.
Great. So I have your details. I'll get back to you. Like after this webinar ends, I'll get back to you personally. I'll guide you. I'll connect the support team also on the conference call and I'll help you out. Okay.
Okay, okay. And one more thing, I want a development lecture at my weekdays at a morning schedule. Is it possible?
See, that is something which the other team will only can help you out with because according to your batches, whatever is going on, I think so that will be, or else you can shift your batches because I told you, right, batch flexibility option is there. If that is not suiting you well, you can shift yourself to any other batch.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Any other questions, anyone? Is it Ayush who is actually trying to ask a question? Okay, I don't think so. You guys are having any more questions. So these are my details. If you guys want, you guys can take one more screenshot and I'll then close the webinar for now today. And you guys will meet you for the next webinar. I hope to see you guys on the Okay, thank you.